There's a moment almost every woman has at some point in midlife. She stands up from a chair and her knees hesitate before she does. She rotates her neck in the morning and hears a tiny crack that wasn't there before, or she wakes up with hands that feel stiff as if they were busy building a bookshelf all night. This surprises her. She has always been strong. She's always recovered quickly. And now her joints feel like they have their own opinions. Well, most women immediately think, well, it's just aging. Some think it's arthritis. Many think something else is wrong. Here's the truth. Joint pain is one of the most common but least explained symptoms of perimenopause and menopause. Hormones and inflammation are in constant conversation, and when estrogen begins to fluctuate or decline, that conversation gets louder. And today I'm going to show you exactly how menopause affects your joints, how to tell the difference between menopause-related pain and true arthritis, and what you can do to ease that discomfort starting today. Now, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and hit the bell for notifications. I'm your host, Tafiq Akhir, Mr. Menopause here, and this is the Mr. Menopause Show. By the end of this episode, you will understand three important things. First, why estrogen protects your joints, cartilage, and inflammation levels. Second, why pain gets worse in perimenopause even before periods stop. And third, the evidence-based strategies that reduce inflammation, support mobility, and help you feel stronger and more stable in your body. And yes, I will also tell you when it's time to talk to your doctor about possible arthritis and what questions to ask so that you get real answers. Now, I want to first start with the story about Marisol. She's a client who always laughed about being the family powerhouse. She could lift groceries 2 bags at a time, take long weekend walks, and had never experienced joint pain in her life. Then her 40s arrived with a surprise. She woke up one morning with her hands stiff and tight. Getting up from the couch took more effort. Her hips started to ache after sitting for long periods. Her doctor said it was normal aging and suggested stretching. The symptoms only continued though. So she tried supplements, she tried resting, and nothing really changed. Now, when we got together and finally looked at the full picture together, well, everything pointed back to something she never connected with her symptoms: perimenopause. With hormone shifts to inflammation changes, stress intolerance, and sleep disruptions. Well, once she understood the hormonal root of her discomfort, everything made more sense for her. And once she knew what to do about it, well, her pain finally eased. Now, there are thousands of women just like her who have no idea that their joint pain has a hormonal connection. And that's why this conversation matters so much. See, estrogen helps to support joint lubrication, cartilage health, collagen structure, and inflammation regulation. And when estrogen fluctuates, the body produces more inflammatory chemicals. And this doesn't always feel dramatic at first, right? It may show as stiffness, slower recovery, or mild swelling at first. When estrogen declines more consistently, inflammation becomes more noticeable. Joints feel tighter, morning stiffness takes longer to fade, and movement feels less fluid. This is not weakness, by the way, and this is not aging. This is not your body falling apart either. This is physiology, and with the right strategies, this is absolutely manageable. Now, here's where your clarity and confidence begins. Strategy 1 is to support your joints through targeted movement, and the goal is not high intensity here. The goal is stability and strength. Walking, resistance training, light mobility work, and low-impact conditioning reduce inflammation and keeps joints hydrated. Movement brings circulation in the spaces that need it most. Strategy 2, prioritize anti-inflammatory nutrition. Colorful vegetables, omega-3 rich foods, clean proteins, and steady hydration, well, they help to reduce internal inflammation. Also, limiting processed foods supports joint comfort. Strategy 3, focus on sleep and cortisol control. Poor sleep drives inflammation. Stress drives inflammation. Both magnify joint pain. Simple breathing exercises, earlier wind down routines, and even gentle stretching before bed can make a meaningful difference. Strategy 4 is that you should not ignore sudden or persistent pain. See, if joints become red, swollen, or extremely painful, you need to talk to a provider. Ask clear questions about inflammatory markers, autoimmune screenings if appropriate, and whether your symptoms may be hormone related. Remember that treatment is safest when it is individualized. And then strategy 5 is to discuss HRT with your provider if it's appropriate for you. Some women find that ET or estrogen therapy helps to reduce joint discomfort by lowering inflammatory signaling. And this is not for everyone though, by the way, but it is important to know that it's an option worth discussing with a well-informed menopause and healthcare provider. Now, if you are experiencing joint pain right now, it does not mean that you're broken or that aging has arrived earlier. It means that your hormones are sending signals. And with the right understanding, you can address those signals instead of fearing them. Your body is adaptable. Your joints respond beautifully when they're given the right support, and you deserve that support, and you deserve the clarity that helps you move with confidence again. Now, the takeaway I hope to inspire with this lesson is this. You are not imagining your pain, and you are not in this alone either. Joint discomfort during menopause is real, understandable, and manageable when you learn how your hormones and your inflammation speak to each other. The more you understand your body, the easier it becomes to support it with intention and ease. See, joint pain can leave women feeling restricted, cautious, or frustrated by what they used to do with ease. Yet the moment that you understand that your discomfort is rooted in inflammation shifts and hormone fluctuations and changes in collagen and the natural decline in muscle mass, then you can actually begin reclaiming control again. And once that understanding is there, then the next step becomes choosing movement that supports your joints instead of stressing them out. And now I want to tell you about a woman named Elena. She used to love walking in her neighborhood every morning before work. It was her way of clearing her mind and grounding her day. But over time, her hips tightened, her knees felt heavy, and she told herself that it was aging, sometimes weight, and then other times she thought, oh, this is just life. She cut her walks in half, and then she stopped altogether. And losing that simple ritual affected her mood and her energy more than she ever expected. And when we talked, she said, I didn't realize how much not moving was making everything worse. I thought I was protecting my body, but I was really just giving my pain more room to grow. But once she learned how hormones affect inflammation and how gentle movement can actually reduce stiffness, well, she began exploring new forms of activity that supported her body instead of fighting it. The difference for her was remarkable. Her joints loosened, her energy came back, and her confidence followed right behind it. And that simple shift happens when women connect education with the right form of exercise, and that's exactly where your next step fits in naturally. The companion episode to this one is called The 10 Best Mr. Menopause Approved Workouts for Thriving Through Menopause. And it takes what you learned here and guides you through movement options that are actually friendly to a changing body. So instead of guessing which workouts help and which ones make symptoms worse, you get a clear sense of the type of exercises that work with your hormones, that support your bones, protect your joints, improve your cardiovascular health, calm your inflammation, and help you feel strong without draining your energy. You'll learn how to choose movement that fits your life right now and supports your long-term health in ways traditional fitness advice typically overlooks, especially for women in menopause. And every workout featured in the episode is chosen because it's sustainable, evidence-based, and supportive of the physical changes women experience during menopause. These forms of movement are the foundation for feeling steady, mobile, and confident again. When women discover exercise that matches their physiology, everything shifts. Pain eases, energy rises, moods improve, strength returns. Your journey continues with the workout episode. So check out my 10 best Mr. Menopause approved workouts for thriving through menopause and keep building the strong, supported, and empowered body that you deserve. Click the link in the description to check it out now. See you over there.